All right, let's go ahead and get into NFL review.
Let's do it.
Let's start with our teams, like we usually do. I'll start with the Bears. Fields is a rookie. Let's all remember. Okay.
Pretty
All right,
shitty one.
cool. So the Bears are done. Um, I honestly feel like if you get him some protection and give him some tools, he's been sacked 20 times in his rookie season.
Out
That's
of
rough.
how many starts?
Oh, that's true. Like, he doesn't even have all. He hasn't even started every game.
No,
That's a even bigger problem.
it is a big problem.
Yeah.
But the
If we
ground
give
game,
him
the run blocking seems to be just fine.
the run blocking's perfect, apparently.
Pass protection seems to be or maybe he's just holding the ball too long, dude.
My thing is, dude,
You tell me.
I'm watching these games and I'm seeing him like he looks like he's just holding the ball forever. And it's almost like he's made really good throws throughout the year. There's been some moments where you're like, holy shit, there's no way you just made that throw. Just right in the breadbasket, inside coverage, like stuff like that. So I almost want to blame receivers.
What has A-Rod
Maybe.
done? Nothing.
I mean, this week nothing.
No, this
Mooney
whole
has
year,
been
nothing.
yeah. Mooney's been like I
Mooney's
don't
been
know,
your best
man.
receiver. A-Rod's
Yeah,
done nothing.
but that's not saying much.
It's not.
I think I was listening to part of my take. I think he said that the Bears haven't had a game over 200 passing yards yet.
No way.
Yeah. Or I think we've had one game over 200. Something like that. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's not good, dude.
Yeah. So I mean like there's some like I see some confidence in Fields, but it's lacking right now.
Nick
Dude,
Foles.
go fuck yourself.
Nick Foles.
One thing I will say, Herbert is Khalil Herbert is fucking legit.
He's good.
18
I didn't
touches,
want to
100
say it
yards
off his
against one of the
first
best
game,
run
but
defenses in the league.
yeah, he's good. I like him.
And here's where I'll end the Bears. It's going to be a season of up and downs. You're going to see me next week probably come in and say Fields is disgusting and Fields is the truth and Fields is the answer. And I'll probably be wrong and I'll be proven wrong the following week. And it's going to go back and forth. But that's the life of a Bears fan right now because we have a quarterback who could be legit and is showing signs, but then does dog shit like this. So we'll see. Let's move on to your Lions, though.
He's still got to develop.
Yeah.
Dude, the Lions played the Rams. We all know how this game's gonna go. But we get the ball first, Mike. We score a touchdown in I think like 3 minutes. There's still 12 remaining. Out the gate, MCDC says, we're onside kicking this bitch. We recover. Then we go down and kick a field goal. So it's 10-0 off rip. And I think the Rams, they kicked a field goal, something like that. And then we get the ball back and it's 3 and out. Fake punt. Get it. Go back down, kick another field goal. So it's like 13-3 at this point. And I'm like looking at, I was hanging out with, Nolan and AJ. I'm like, is this happening right now? No, it's not happening. Goff still sucks. He's still really bad. And it was only a matter. Yeah, it was only a matter of time before Stafford started cooking, and he did. He kept throwing it to Cup, like always. I think Cup had 162 touchdowns. Like again, it's like his third 152 touchdown game of the year or something like that.
Insanity.
It's just dumb. And DeAndre Swift seems like the only one out there even trying to win. He's still consistently really good at running.
I love that, man.
And catching the football out of the backfield.
I love him so much.
Yeah, I mean, the game actually ended up going down to the wire, believe it or not, for the most part. But like I said, Stafford, he cooked 330, 3 touchdowns. He didn't make any mistakes.
Yeah.
And we got beat. So that's 0-7 now. So how many more games to go? Let's keep it going, dude.
10 more.
I'm all for it.
10 more.
Keep the tank. You know what? Jared Goff is a tank commander under center. He is good at that shit. He is good at tanking. And that takes talent. So
I love it.
That's my Lions take for the week. We'll see you next week, guys.
Yep. Same exact shit next week. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Same shit, different toilet.
Let's talk about the big / close or whatever you want to fucking call it. There was one good game. There was two fucking boring.
Buddy is tired, huh?
I'm yawning even talking about it. Broncos at the Browns was just dog shit.
We said it was going to be a very, very boring game coming into the week.
I mean, it was going to be. I think it's going to go down as the worst Thursday night game of the year, probably.
Dude, are you kidding me? Look at the score. I enjoyed watching it at work. I mean, I had nothing else to do, but
I mean, yeah, it's football. So, like, I'm just saying, if you're looking at the other Thursday night games, we'll see how those go.
Well, yeah.
So 17-14 final score. It was competitive, but it was boring. 10-0 into the first. No scoring until the third quarter. 10-0 Cleveland. 10-7 after a Broncos touchdown. 17-7 Cleveland scores again. That's the end of the third. 17-14 final after a touchdown with about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, that was Melvin Gordon when he extended over the pylon.
But obviously, they just couldn't get anything going on it. Probably that one final drive they got, maybe two final drives. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, they couldn't really get anything going at all.
The one highlight of this game, and it's sad to see him go back to the bench, not the bench, but pretty much lessen role. Dearness Johnson. Okay.
Dude,
22 carries, 146 yards, and a tutty. And Nick Chubb's back next week. So it was fun while it lasted.
Dude, if you just watched that game, I watched it in completion. And I'm not, a Browns fan, obviously, but I mean, watching him run the ball every single time, like he is good. Like he is legit. And I really hate for him to be the third string back on the Browns, but that's just how it's got to be. But he was running tough, man, making nothing making something.
Maybe they'll use him in like a Kareem Hunt role until Kareem Hunt gets back.
Yeah,
he's out for what? He's out for like 3 to 6 or something like that.
Probably another 3 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah. So I mean, there's time for him to get some more touches, and then hopefully it does not become a 3-back system, because then every Nick Chubb owner is fucked.
Every Kareem Hunt owner is fucked. I mean, you can't. I mean, I don't see that happening, but if they were to, run a committee like that, it'd be interesting for fantasy.
It'd be tough, yeah. Let's jump over top of this game. Let's go to the Saints and Seahawks. 13-10, snooze fest.
Big snooze fest, man.
DK Metcalf scores an 84-yard touchdown early in the game, and you're like, oh, okay, this might be a little fun one. No shot. Back half of the second quarter, Saints get a touchdown and a field goal. 10-7 Saints. Seattle kicks a field goal at the end of the third, 10-10, and then Saints kick a field goal with 2 minutes left in the game, 13-10. And then Geno Smith is just Geno Smith. If you go to an encyclopedia, you look up unclutch, Geno Smith is gonna have a full page picture. Like, that's all it's gonna say. There's no definition. There's no nothing. It just says Geno Smith.
He took 2 big sacks on that one possession? 3 maybe?
I mean,
I don't even know.
And that's after last week he fumbled the game away.
And I wouldn't even say he played horrible. Definitely not good at all.
No.
But they just couldn't establish the run.
Smith. But yeah.
They couldn't establish the run against the Saints worth of shit.
Is Carson still out? Like, is Chris Carson still out, or is he back?
Dude, I'm going to tell you this right now. He will be out for the year.
Really?
They're saying his status is undetermined. Wow. But, dude, it herniated disc in your neck.
Yeah.
That's like serious shit. That's serious shit. It's like life-threatening shit. So
yeah. But let's jump into the Falcons and Dolphins, because this was the one game where I'm like, okay, this was fun to watch.
Surprising.
Game of the week, easily, in my opinion. So Miami struck first with a touchdown. Tua to Isaiah Ford. 7-0 early. But the Falcons came back, dominated the second quarter. Field goal to open up second quarter, touchdown about halfway through, field goal to end it with 4 seconds left on the clock. 13-7. For those keeping a tally, Younghoe Koo, 7 points right there.
He was the man of the hour again, dude.
Oh yeah, we love it. We love to see it.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins finally answer back in the third quarter. Or sorry, the Falcons opened up the second half with a touchdown.
Yeah.
So now it's 20-7. Dolphins finally answer back in the third, 20-14. And then the fourth quarter was interesting. You get a touchdown from Atlanta. So now it looks like it's iced. Beginning of the witching hour. Looks like everything's done. Looks like Atlanta's going to run away with it. Miami turns around, back-to-back touchdown drives. 28-27 now.
Tua looked good.
Tua is not the problem there. And if they trade for Deshaun Watson, they're so stupid.
Especially because you're taking a risk on Deshaun Watson, too.
We'll talk about it a little bit on Wednesday, too, and get into the
3 first-rounders is what they want.
Yeah, fucking right, dude.
So I swear, that's what it's going to take.
You're crazy.
Unbelievable.
A name that I have not heard, that not a lot of people have heard in the last couple of years. Matty Ice.
Matty Ice.
The man with ice in his veins. You left him too much time.
A little bit.
A little over 2 minutes. All he's got to do is take the team down. Get him in field goal range for Younghoe Koo.
Just a monster.
Motherfucker banged it.
He's not going to miss.
It was only like a 35-yarder or something like that. Banged it. 30-28, baby. Falcons come away with a win. Fins still struggling to find the win column in the last couple weeks.
I took the Dolphins, didn't I?
I believe you did. I think I did too. So who knows? We'll find out. Okay. I put this game in too close for comfort, and then I realized that I got duped by the fucking Eagles here. 33-22, Raiders beat the Eagles. I put it in too close for comfort, but I'm realizing, like, after I really looked at it, I was like, wait, the Raiders own this game. And fucking Nick Sirianni and his fucking 2-point conversions with no chance to win the game with like a minute 50 left in the game is just the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Why?
Because now I'm looking at, you look at the final and you go 11 points. I mean, the Raiders should have dominated that. Like, should have really ran their shit. But like 15 of their points came in the fourth quarter. It's like, because they were already up 33-10 at that point. It's like, who cares? So, but at the same time, I said it's kind of similar to last week with Tampa Bay. It was like, yeah, it was a garbage time TD and everything and a 2-point conversion. But like, it's still just like, you should
really has been
shit. You should beat the shit out of Philly.
That's all been they have Philly's thing all year. Just garbage time buckets, dude.
And dude, it's weird.
It is.
But as Jalen Hurts owners, we will take it.
You love to see it.
Love to see it. Let's talk about the ass beatings, because every other game was an ass beating.
Didn't
I was
expect
gonna
this
go one. When I listed these. I was gonna go in chronological order. What happened? The 1:00 games, the 4:00 games, Sunday night game. Instead, I'm gonna start with the Sunday night game, because this was like it was like a surprise, but it wasn't really like an ass beating either.
It was.
But I couldn't put it. Yeah. I couldn't put it in close games because it wasn't a close game. I couldn't put it in too close for comfort because if anything, this is an upset in my eyes.
It is.
The Colts beat the 49ers 30-18. It was 12-7 going into the second quarter. Wentz picks up a rushing touchdown in the second, 13-12. Jonathan Taylor picks up a rushing touchdown, 20-12. San Fran answers back with a Deebo Samuel touchdown in the fourth. Failed the 2-point conversion, 20-18. And then the Colts just turn around and were like, oh, okay, cool. Here's a Pittman TD for you with 7 minutes left. Oh, you didn't score on that drive? Cool. Here's a field goal to ice this bitch. 30-18. 250
I
left, and they just couldn't do anything.
mean,
Also,
I
I
can't
love a
believe
Pittman
it.
TD, man. Love a Pittman
Garoppolo
TD.
looked like shit.
Is Pittman TD dependent? Yes, but I'm not going to
Yes.
admit it. I'm not going to admit it.
Yeah, Garoppolo stunk. I hate to see it, but
Yeah, it's weird. I'm glad I didn't trade for him.
can't believe it. Niners at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the rain and shit, and they don't really have a run game. They have Elijah Mitchell, but they don't really have much going on there, so it's kind of tough.
But they have a good O line, a good running O line.
Yeah, I mean, and it's weird too because like Elijah Mitchell's good. He's proven that he's good.
Mhm.
So it's kind of weird that they just didn't feed the beast the whole night. Washington football team at the Packers. This was another one where I was like, I expected this, but it also wasn't really like a blowout. The Packers owned this game the entire time,
Yeah.
but there was never a point where I was like, oh, this is a fucking murder. So 24-10 Packers. The first quarter was cool. 7-7 coming out of the first quarter. Redskins looked like they might have a shot.
Redskins.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
The Washington football team looked like they had a shot. Dude, I typed this up like right after a midterm, and my brain was just shot. So
Football team, dude. Can't say
I
the
was like,
Redskins.
I would like to apologize to any audience members and just make it clear that that was not my intent. I just brain dead. Just went Washington.
Happens.
So the
Doesn't
Washington
happen to me,
football
but-
team looked like they had a shot. And then Aaron Rodgers just dominated the next three quarters. Two more touchdowns to go with one in the first, and they picked up a field goal in the fourth, just 24-10. I mean, the Washington, dude, get it off my screen. Get it out of the dock.
The football team. Everyone,
It's in the dock.
it takes a minute to get used to sometimes.
It's in the dock, so I'm like reading the dock.
Come on, man.
Sorry, dude.
Football team.
How about,
WFT.
how about you fucking proofread one time?
Dude, you have no idea how much I proofread. I had to
Fucking
change.
Clearly.
I had to change one to Oklahoma State because you said Oklahoma slipped to 15. That just wasn't the case. Can't remember what else I did, but I did miss that one. That's my bad.
I mean, just help me out a little bit.
I missed that one, dude.
I'm getting
I missed
bullied
that
by
one.
you. You're capitalizing off of it. You left it there on purpose.
It's electric.
Fuck you. Panthers or Giants?
Oh, just a fucking shit fest.
Yeah, I mean, 25-3. Sam Darnold is fucking back. Baby.
Yeah,
Back.
damn right he is.
Not
Back
in a
to
good
being
way.
Horrible. At
Yeah,
football.
back to being absolute dog shit.
bench, dude.
For a former XFL player.
Unbelievable.
16 for 25, 111 yards, one interception. Benched for PJ Williams, the XFL star. Just a reminder to everyone, Sam Darnold is the starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, and PJ Williams, the XFL star, is the backup. Cam Newton's still a free agent, in case anyone was wondering. Vaccinated, ready to roll,
But he is.
whatever. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. For all you Carolina fans out there, maybe write a letter. Be like, hey, can we have Cam back now? Because, yeah, is Cam going to win you a bunch of football games? No. But he might beat the Giants.
But does Cam want to go back?
No. Especially
That's
with
what I'm
Ron not there
saying.
anymore. Rivera's gone. Fuck that.
And he got traded.
Who the
Or no,
fuck
no.
wants to play for Matt Rule?
Was he a free agent? Did his contract end or did he get traded? I forget. I totally
Contract
forget.
ended. He got cut.
Okay. He got cut from the Panthers?
Yeah, he got released.
Oh.
So, no, he does not want to go back.
Yeah, no, he does not want to go back.
He is sitting on his stacks of millions of dollars,
Hmm.
enjoying watching them lose to the Giants, something he would probably never do.
Dude, he's got like
He might have, because the
7
Giants were kind of
kids.
legit back then,
You
at
hear
the
me?
beginning of his career. But now, like, what the fuck? On the other side of the ball, DJ's kind of gross sometimes.
No, don't
He
say
has
it.
his moments.
Did you see what he did last week? What did
You
he
can
do
shut
last
the
week?
fuck up. Yeah, he has bad. Last week he was still fucking concussed. We talked about that.
I don't know. I guess your choice of words with kind of gross.
Yeah, kind of gross sometimes.
I would say
He
he's a
has his moments
professional,
where,
and
huh?
I would say he's a professional quarterback that sometimes does his job. He never does it to a high level. He sometimes does his job. Now, I did watch this game, and he did play really well, actually.
Yeah,
So I do
that's what I'm
take that
saying.
back. He,
He's kind of gross
he ran the
sometimes.
ball really well too. So,
You,
but
28 yards. We'll take it.
yeah,
He 23 for 33, 206 yards, one touchdown. I mean, like nothing impressive, but that's really, I mean, it's good.
dude, I forgot about his catch.
Dude, yeah, that catch was fucking sick.
I had to tweet about it. It was just, it
16
was
yard
awesome.
reception, and he fucking one hands it like full mid. I mean, he's 3 inches off the ground because he's Daniel Jones, and you know, I wouldn't call him the best athlete, but he like one hand snags it, pulls it in, doesn't trip. Like,
No,
let's
no,
go.
dude. It looked like a combination of the OBJ catch and the helmet catch. It was sick because he reaches back like OBJ,
And then like pulls it
hits it
into his
against
helmet.
his helmet. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's sick. Deontay Booker, 14 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. Like nothing stellar, but it's a decent day. At least he got in the end zone.
Yeah,
The defense was really what stepped up for these guys, which I don't know if it was defense stepping up or the Panthers sucking or a combination of both.
it's got to be both because that is a
Because,
bad offense without CMC.
yeah, I mean, the Giants had 6 sacks, 7 tackles for a loss. They forced a safety on a penalty. It was intentional grounding. They had an interception and they only allowed 173 yards. That's a pretty good day.
It's a great day.
That'll do it. I'd love to see. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably 12, 13 points in fantasy in a standard league,
For
depending on
who?
how much you're scoring for 3 points.
Oh, a defense.
Yeah.
Well, you
They got
only
six
allow
sacks.
3 points, so I think that's still 10 points. Or no, it
Oh,
might
that's
go down to
10?
like it might go down to like 7.
7.
6 sacks
So they had
at
like 17.
0.5 apiece. So back to
You're
10.
counting sacks as 0.5?
I think so.
I think they're 1 in our league. I think they're 1 in most leagues.
Oh, I don't know. I forget.
So 6 plus the 2 for the safety, 2 for the interception. That puts you back up to 10. And then you factor in probably 7 to 8 points for 3 points given up. It's an 18-point day. That's not a bad day at all. It's one of the better defenses in the league for the day. And if you have a bullshit league that counts yards, it's like, oh, they allow less than 200 yards. They get 5 more points. It's like, dude, you just let a defense win the game this week. So fuck you.
I don't have that.
No,
right?
I know you don't. I know
Okay.
you don't. I'm
I didn't
saying
think so.
other fantasy owners. And if you're in one of those fantasy leagues, leave it because it's stupid.
It is stupid.
The
Talk
Jets
about
at Pat.
Defense of the week, though. Got to go to the Pats.
No, no, it doesn't. Sadly, we'll get to that. We'll get there. We'll get there. May or may not be one of my studs.
Is it really?
The Pats beat the Jets 54-13. Absolutely fucking manhandled them. I wanted to be able to say Mac Jones like just bent over the Jets and just went to town, but it's not the case. It's a good game. It's a great game.
It's a great game.
But it's nothing special.
It's a great
nothing
game.
Crazy. It's still the fucking Jets.
Yeah, but you don't got to do all that when your boy Damien Harris goes off for 100 and 2 tutties.
I mean, yeah. So Mac Jones goes 307 and 2 touchdowns. And a lot of people on TikTok mainly were saying, oh, dude, this is Tom Brady all over again. And all he does is the offense marches down the field because all he does is throw nice in anything under 15 yards and just keeps moving and moving and moving paired with a decent run game. And Damien Harris is stepping the fuck up. Damien Harris has been playing really good football the last couple weeks.
Yes.
He's molding into like a legit like RB2 candidate across the league, probably.
Yeah, I'd say
maybe
mid-range
maybe
RB2.
the best flex in the league. Either an RB2, either a solid RB2 or just the best flex in the league. Depending on, if you're doing 2 receivers or 3 receivers or whatever.
Depending on your team. I mean, I got a pretty badass team, but
Good for you, bud.
I am at
So yeah,
seventh
Damien
place.
Harris, 14 touches, 106 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Let's also mention JJ Taylor because he got in the end zone twice, which I'm sure just fucking ruined Damien Harris on her days. Like this was an easy 4 touchdown
People
game.
gotta be livid.
This was an easy 4 touchdown game for Damien Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Because this dude had 9 carries for 28 yards. Like both of his touchdowns had to have been like 3-yard runs, I'm pretty sure.
They were.
And like just give the ball to Damien. Like why the fuck wouldn't you? But,
yeah, I mean that's a sad sight to see with a Damien Harris owner, but yeah. I am a Damien Harris owner, but I didn't care that much.
But New England's defense was also pretty good. 2 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss, 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, and they allowed 299, 300 yards.
That's a good day.
Yeah, it's a good day.
May not be better than the Giants, but
no, I wouldn't even call it. Yeah, I wouldn't even call it better than the Giants. So the next one, so like we expected that, you know what I mean? We expected the Pats to just manhandle the Jets in some way. I didn't expect it to be 54-13, but I expected them to beat their ass. Texans at Cardinals, this is another one. I think this is the one where we're like, okay, we expected this, whatever, and then we're going to move into the 2 games that were blowouts that we didn't expect to happen.
I don't even need to talk about this game, to be completely honest with you.
Here's the deal. 31-5 Cardinals over the Texans. Rough start for Arizona. They gave up a safety and a field goal in the second, and then just unloaded. 31 unanswered points, 3 touchdowns from Kyler, including 1 to D-Hop, 1 to Christian Kirk, and Zach Ertz's first touchdown as a Cardinal. James Conner picked up a rushing touchdown late in the game, and I just want to say that I jumped off of the I jumped off that train too quick.
I think we both did, dude.
I never at one point was like, oh, they're never going to figure it out and give it to James Conner. I don't think I ever did that. I think there was a lot of weeks where I was like, especially in my position, I had Swift. I have Swift and Chubb as my RB1 and RB2. So like for me, there just wasn't like a need for Conner at the time.
Yeah, so that's true.
And there were other running backs popping off at the time. So like I was trying to fill the role that I needed then. There was never a point where I was like, I'll just sit on James Conner.
He's still getting, pretty much dominated with touches out of the backfield. He's just managing to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
Like Chase Edmonds isn't getting in the end zone.
He's managing to steal the touch. He's managing to steal the touchdown. And then he's also getting pretty good receiving, I think. I think he's usually getting about 3 or 4 catches every day.
Yeah, he is.
Which, I mean, that's an extra 2 points right there.
Yeah, he's definitely, I think he's outperforming Edmonds as far as fantasy points goes.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Definitely.
But
I think it's definite. Because Chase Edmonds did not have a good week this week. But the Arizona defense, Arizona's defense is good. 2 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss, 1 fumble recovery, and 160 yards total allowed. Here's what I'll say. Davis Mills sucks. And Tyrod Taylor might be back this week, if not next week. And I'm excited for it. I've been sitting on Tyrod Taylor on my IR since he went on the IR. And I think he's going to be good when he comes back. I think he was really good when he was healthy. So I think he's always been good.
You need that too.
Even in LA, like, yeah, Herbert stepped up and was unreal, but like Tyrod Taylor was good for them until he got hurt and the doctor punctured his lung. Like,
yeah,
Tyrod Taylor has never been bad. He's just been like fucked over so many times.
He's a solid guy to have in there while you're figuring things out, and that's what the Texans are doing. So
yeah.
How about this game, dude?
So I put this down as any other week. I would have been calling this the most shocking blowout of the week. I had the Titans winning, and I think you had the Titans winning.
Oh,
you had the Chiefs winning this.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fucking idiot. So
apparently, holy fuck, Mahomes.
I had the Titans winning personally, but like I didn't expect it to be like this. Like I expected it to be a pretty tight game. I expected it to be a little similar to last week with the Bills. But 27-3. This is the first game in Mahomes' career that they have not scored a touchdown.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mahomes
Sick.
just wasn't the normal Mahomes, and it's
Mm.
weird to see. He hasn't been all season. 206 yards, no touchdown, and an interception. I think he has like 8 this year already.
It was a bad interception, I think.
It was a bad interception. It was a bad interception. But the Titans just steamrolled, and kind of without Derrick Henry. Not that they didn't have Derrick Henry, they just like didn't get the production they have been getting out of Derrick Henry the last couple of weeks. Like Derrick Henry was
Yeah.
29 carries, 86 yards. Like that's a bad day for Derrick Henry. That's a bad
That's a
day for most running backs.
fuck ton of carries, though. Jeez.
It's a fuck. Yeah, exactly. Like we always talked about it at the beginning of the year. Like 29 carries. I'm starting that guy because even if he averages 3, he's still looking
Right.
at 90 yards. Like he averaged less than 3. And that's still a really good day. It does help that he had a 5-yard touchdown pass, which I think is just contributing to the fact that Ryan Tannehill owners want to kill themselves.
Yeah. And that would be me. Everyone.
They're losing.
That would be me.
They're losing it.
No, dude, he had an okay day.
Yeah,
He had an okay day.
that's what I said. That's what I said. I said Tannehill still had an underwhelming, but this was an improvement off of what he'd been doing. 270 yards, a touchdown, interception. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not good, but it's okay. That'll get you by as long as the rest of your team does okay.
Yeah. And he punched
AJ
in
Brown
a read option.
AJ Brown carried the load on the receiving though.
About time, bro.
8 catches,
geez.
133 yards, and a tutty.
He's been going through it this year, but this is a good bounce back game for sure.
Yeah. Julio fucking depresses me, in case you were wondering.
I could have told you what was going to happen.
2 catches, 38 yards.
He's going to be second fielder to AJ Brown. I knew that. I knew that was going to happen.
I know, and I still fucking was stupid and drafted him.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say stupid. I mean,
it was a bad pick. There were other options that are doing better. I mean, I could have taken Jamar at that point, I think.
Probably.
So now I'm looking back like a fucking moron. Defense was the main thing here in my eyes. 4 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception. Like
that's a good day on Mahomes.
That's a great day. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I mean, let's also be clear that it was 27-0 until they got a field goal in the 4th with 11 minutes left.
Yeah.
Like this was the Titans game all day.
Unbelievable.
Now, like I said, in any other week, I would have considered Titans and Chiefs to be the most shocking. But this game took the cake. Bengals at Ravens. So we're in Baltimore. We're in Baltimore. And the Bengals beat the Ravens' ass. Mind you, the Ravens are coming off a dominant 34-6 win over the Chargers, who we thought were legit and still are probably.
They are.
But the Bengals just stepped up.
I thought the Ravens were like legit.
I thought they were getting there.
Which they are. But the
Bengals are legit.
1000%.
Bengals are first in the AFC North, I'm pretty sure now.
They are with this win because it breaks the tiebreaker.
Which I think also puts them as best record in the AFC.
5-2. 5-2. Have the Bills lost twice?
You got any 6? Bills might be 6-1. No, they have lost twice. They lost to the Steelers to open up the year, and then you just lost to the Titans last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, wow. Who would have thought the Bengals would be atop the AFC?
I didn't expect it.
No one did.
It was a good game for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, no, it was.
This was a 4 o'clock. Was this a 4? No, this was a 1 o'clock game. This was the real. This was the definition of the witching hour right here. 20-17 with 11 minutes left in the third, and then they just took off. Touchdown to end the third, and then 2 more to ice it in the 4th, unanswered. Like,
we Burrow, dude. Against the Ravens defense.
Man. Joe Burrow, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air. Did throw a pick, but it still left the Ravens defense getting -1 points. So -1 points. It was fun. I still won this matchup, so I'm glad. Mixon, okay day on the ground.
Yeah, he didn't need to do much.
59 yards and a tutty. Touchdown dependent as fuck, but we'll take it. Jamar Chase is disgusting.
Yeah, he's one of my
If he
studs.
doesn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and we'll talk about that next week. If he doesn't win it, it's quarterback. It should just be quarterback of the year. It should be rookie quarterback of the year. 8 catches, 201 yards, and a touchdown. He is on pace to beat Randy Moss's receiving yards by a rookie.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
That's exciting. Good stuff,
Yeah.
Jamar.
And he's going to do it because he's getting 200 yards a game because Joey just keeps tossing him up absolute bombs.
And there's an extra game. Yeah, he'll probably do it.
There is an extra game. He'll definitely do it.
Wow.
CJ Uzoma.
Uzoma.
That was so racist tonight. We're even now. I called Washington football team the Redskins, and you're just throwing Uzoma out there all,
Dude, no, you just made it racist. I just said his last name fast.
Probably, man. I just wanted somebody to be on. I fucked up with the Washington football team, so
Who
I
even
wanted
knows
somebody
his
to fuck up.
ethnicity?
I don't know.
See, now you're just judging.
But he had
Prejudice.
he's good. He's good at football. Okay.
Yeah.
He had 3 catches, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. Good day. Let's see.
Good day.
Has Garces picked him up yet?
He likes picking up tight ends, huh? I wouldn't doubt it.
He loves picking up people who do really well one week and then just are silent the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
That's his thing. And he'll probably be watching this too, and he'll text me tomorrow. Be like, dude.
Perrine, the backup to Mixon, had 12 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown, which is kind of depressing to Mixon owners. That the backup's getting 12 touches.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Is Mixon like banked up at all?
No clue. But it's weird.
Maybe P. Ryan got 6-7 carries, just in straight up garbage time.
I get probably actually. I think one of his touchdowns was in the 4th. So yeah, probably that.
Yeah,
probably that.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So let's roll into studs and duds real quick. I'm gonna go over mine. We already talked about one of these guys. Damien Harris, stud. 14 carries, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches for 227. Did you type that in?
What?
227?
No, dude, that I did not type that in, but that means he had 2 catches or 2 targets, 2 catches, 7 yards.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I would write targets. I never do. Tampa Bay's defense is my other stud.
Yeah.
They allowed 3 points. They allowed 311 total yards. They had 4 sacks. They had 3 interceptions. And they had 2 fumble recoveries.
I mean, it's one thing to have the greatest quarterback of all time on your team with 3 stud receivers, but then it's another thing to have the other side of the ball be just as good. That just annoys me a little bit.
4 points for 4 sacks, 6 points for 3 interceptions. That's 10. 2 fumble recoveries. That's 4 more points. So they're at 14 chilling. And then you factor in 8 points for the fact that they're 3 points allowed.
Yeah.
22 points. It's a good day. It's a good day in a fantasy league.
That typically wins your matchup.
So yeah, it usually does a trick.
If you're defense.
Duds, Patrick Mahomes and Mike Davis.
I like those duds.
Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes. He just did not do well this week. Mike Davis, though, fucking sucks.
He's bad.
4 carries, 10 yards, no targets out of the backfield, and he's just no longer a fucking viable option at all. He's gotta be done. His career is over because Cordero Patterson runs that fucking backfield now.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhat of a mental thing. You see Patterson just go off, and then
something's got to be going on for you to just let you're just not doing anything with the ball, and you're only getting 4 chances, dude. Come on. So, yeah,
brutal.
Let's hear your studs. Let's hear your studs and duds.
Well, I mean, yeah, my studs will be real quick because we already talked about them. I got Dearness Johnson, 22, 146, and 1 on the ground. Just a dominant game. And then Jamar
What a
Chase, we
stud.
just talked about him. He's a big time stud. Big time stud. I only wrote one dud down for some reason. I guess I came unprepared, but
You're a bum.
maybe I'm a dud.
You are a dud.
Anyway, Alex Collins, yeah, he's terrible. He didn't get anything done on the ground. No, he's let me rephrase. He's not terrible, but that Saints front seven just absolutely manhandled him. 16 carries for 35 yards, a little over 2 yards per carry.
I'm gonna be honest too. I tried to pick him up for us in
Oh,
the
you
cat.
still should.
No, well now I don't need to because was that the league? No, it was a different league. I tried to pick up Alex Collins because I had Chubb out.
Yeah, I mean he's still dominated carries over Rashad Penny, and like he still was the RB1, and I think he will be because I don't think Chris Carson's coming back this year. So,
Fair.
but he was
It's
a
not a
dud
bad
this
pickup.
week. He was a
I
dud
think
this week.
I think when Russell gets more involved, it'll be more helpful.
Oh,
When
1,000%.
Russell Wilson's back throwing the football, it'll be helpful. Just because like it's just like a lot of different offenses. Like it kind of allows you to be like, okay, now we have to kind of guess whether they're gonna, they could be in a set where they throw out receivers all over the place, and you're thinking, okay, here comes a pass play, and then boom, they run it up the gut, and it's like that's a 12-yard run. Like those kind of plays don't happen anymore because you don't expect Geno Smith to really throw the ball.
That's true. No, I completely agree. But yeah, he's a
Yeah,
dud this week, and I don't have another one. Sorry, guys. So,
that'll work. I got two questions for you.
okay.
Okay, and I'll answer these two with you to finish off the show. How long do the Cardinals stay undefeated?
Ooh, that's a
Their
good
next
question.
five. Their next five.
All right,
They
let me
got to
hear
play
it.
Green Bay. No Devontae Adams. They got to go to San Fran, which they don't look great. They got Carolina coming to them. Then they go to Seattle. I think Russ might be back by then. And then they go to
Yes.
Chicago. Where do they lose any of these 5 games in your eyes?
Yeah, yeah.
Which one?
Um,
Which one's the first loss?
call me crazy, but I think Aaron Rodgers still beats him without Devontae.
I
I just do.
would agree if it were any other team. If they weren't playing the Arizona Cardinals, I go, yeah. I mean, he's still going to go to Lazard. He's still going to go to Valdez Scantling. He's still going to go to Cobb. He's still going to go to Tunyon. Like he still has so many options.
Mhm.
But I think that he's been using Devontae as a little bit of a crutch lately. And
Why wouldn't you?
I think against what's going to be a good defense, a slightly above average defense, and a high powered offense that's going to put up a shit ton of points against a very bad Green Bay defense. I don't know if Rodgers can keep up is the question. I don't think Rodgers isn't going to be successful this week. It's a question of can he keep up to win the game? That's
Yeah,
my thing.
it's tough.
That's my thing.
But if it's
Um,
not Green Bay, I do think it's Seattle with Russell Wilson.
yeah, I think if it's going to happen, it's going to be Seattle. But in all honesty, I don't see them losing any of these next 5. But there's all
Probably
like
not,
they could
dude.
definitely go to San Fran and lose because like teams just don't make it to 12-0 that often.
Yeah, and it's a divisional game, so anything
Yeah.
can happen.
The San Fran game's going to be tough. The Seattle game's going to be tough. Like they can definitely there could definitely be a reality where they go 2-3 in these
Yeah,
next 5. But
especially if someone goes down, like
yeah,
if Hopkins goes
like I
down.
don't expect it, but I mean, I expect them to go 5-0 right here. I think they can,
I
but it'll
think
be
they
interesting
can
to
too.
see. On the other end of the spectrum, when does Detroit get win number 1? And here are the options that I've laid out because these are the realistics.
Okay.
They got the Eagles coming to them this upcoming week. Can you guys beat the Eagles at home? Just a yes or no.
No.
Okay. Can you beat the Bears on Thanksgiving Day in week 12 at home?
Yes.
Okay. Can you beat the Vikings at home week 13?
I'm gonna say yes because that's another divisional game. So I
Okay.
think anything can happen in a divisional game,
True.
except Aaron Rodgers. But
Yeah. Can you beat the Broncos in Denver week 14?
I want to say yes, but that's just my pride talking. You know what I mean? Like in reality,
I don't know if it
probably,
is. I don't know
probably
if it is.
not.
I think the Broncos
Probably
fucking
not.
suck.
But uh,
Can you beat the Falcons in Atlanta in week 16?
no,
Can you beat the Packers in week 18? And let me finish. There's a very, very likely chance that Aaron Rodgers will not be playing in that game, and you will be seeing Jordan Love.
no, we don't win because there's
You don't
also
win?
a really good chance that we don't play anybody either because we want to. It might come down to like us or the Texans or the Jags who get the first round pick, and
True.
so
True. So you're kind of like, it might be a purposeful tank.
yes,
So you would start all your guys.
I would start Jared Goff first and foremost,
Yeah.
but I would make sure DeAndre Swift does not see the
Yeah.
field.
DeAndre Swift is done.
Sewell and all
Go
those
ahead and
guys.
take an early break. But so I think your most realistic chance is probably going to be Bears or Vikings. Obviously, I'm going to say Vikings just because I don't think you guys will beat us on Thanksgiving Day, and that's as a Bears fan. But if we're being honest, like you said, it's a division game. I think one of your two win. I think one of your first win comes in one of those 2 weeks, if not this week. I could definitely see you guys beating the Eagles. The Eagles find ways to lose football games.
Well, you
But
know who else does, Mike?
you guys have found a way to lose 7, so it's going to be the
Yeah.
king of who can lose a football game. It's not who can win; it's who can lose.
But you're right. It is definitely a game where we could win. So
Yeah,
I watch it, of course, but
we'll see what happens. We'll see what
OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. OG boy.
Day we hustle, but the night we
OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG